What's up, my good people? What's up? Primordial beings, prime primordial beings, gods and goddesses, emperors and empresses, um, all of my high vibrational beings, nine ether beings, esoteric beings. Um, what's up, family? So, back again. I'm on another nature walk, and I wanted to show you all some of the things that I see when I be on these nature walks to prepare you all for what you may see and how you should handle it. I'm about to show you right now. This is a den right here. It's probably, I'm gonna say coons. Um, I would say coons. This is probably a coon pit right here. I'm gonna turn this around. Raccoons. So right there, as you see those right in the midst of this little cool shaded area right here that's been cleared out, you see a lot of sticks that's got gathered together, and they're pretty big size limbs. That's more than likely a coon. Coons are very strategic about how they build their nest. They try to stay cool throughout the day. They tend to go up in the shrubs and the thick brush like this here at night for protection purposes. So more than likely, you see how cleared out it is, and then we get back into the density of it. That's probably what that is, or either wild hogs. Um, yeah, when you see it cleared out like that there, where it was once grassy and the grass is laid down, more than likely it's wild hogs. Down here in Mississippi, we down here in Mississippi, man. You bound to see anything. I ain't gonna lie to you. Ain't got no deed on or no off or anything to try to protect me right now from these mosquitoes or these gnats and stuff that bite the heck out you. There goes some right there, gnats. But I don't have any protection at this time. I just kind of came out here on the walk. I done got bit about twice already. But just wanted to show you all some things that you want to look for when you're on these walks to be safe, so that you can remain safe at all times. And you'll know what you're encountering or what you don't want to encounter and how to avoid encountering it. When you see bush shrub laid out like this, see how that's brown, turning yellowish, like dying out, and you see like how that's hanging down. That's telling you that it's something been traveling through here quite regularly. It's probably living here at night. I would say wild hog. I would say wild hog. When you're walking through this much dense brush, um, trees, shrubs, be careful. Um, I would suggest you always look above as you walk through, because it kind of canopies. You want to look above because you got a lot of like snakes and things like that. They like to bask in the sun, and they tend to get somewhere where they can stay cool. So they'll be in a shaded spot, but also somewhere where the sun pierces through, like right here. How that sun piercing through right there, that would be an ideal spot somewhere over here for a snake to bask on one of those limbs, or even down on the ground amongst the leaves. A lot of snake tend to be in the leaves. They blend in well, especially those what's the rattlesnake, that brown looking one. Oh man, I can't call it just because trying to tell y'all. But it's one rattlesnake, he blends in perfectly with the leaves and anything like sand and brown. He blends in perfectly. We see a lot of those down here. Yeah, matter of fact, I just had a partner that killed one, and 16 buttons on him, man. 16 buttons. See that there? How that's laid down? Something traveling through here every single night, just about. I can guarantee it. Here, it's laid down. It's probably a coon nest there. In the daytime, they tend to get down on the ground so they can stay cool. And at night, they go up in the trees. A lot of y'all probably wondering, why is he even telling us this stuff? Why? Why? Because I told you all there's a lot of things that's coming up down the pipeline that we may have to resort back to a more natural way of living. You feel what I'm saying? So it's best to be prepared. Know what you got to expect when you go out here searching for food or maybe even water. You know, it's a lot of streams and things that be out here in these woods. But you want to be careful when you just encroaching this stuff, because not only are you looking for food and water, but there are other creatures that belong out here in this nation that are already at one with it. And this is their residence. This is where they live. This is where they reside, and they feed and they do their thing. Gotta watch out for your shrubbery, because it gets real thick to the point where it'll trip you up, man. You gotta be careful. But when you see grass laid down like that there, and this dense, see, the sun ain't gonna kill that like that. When it's this dense like that, the sun can't get enough sunlight to make it die out like that. It's something traveling over it. And you can tell that by how it's laying down. You can tell that by how it's laying down. But also, like I say, as you walk, always look up, always look down. As you walk, always look up and look down. Because snakes tend to bask in the sun in shaded areas. And not only that, a lot of berries and things grow in these woods. So you even got brown bear here, you know. Black bear. You even got black bear here. They searching for food too. And they are herbivores, so they only eating vegetation. So they looking for the wild berries and wild flowers. But I wouldn't even be so much spooked out by one of those. And that's probably what's living in here. See how cleared out that is? Something big laying up in here. Something big laying up in here every night. It could be a wild hog. We got some big wild hogs down here. And across that highway on the other side over there, I done seen plenty of big jokers. But something big laying up in here. Like I said, you walk through. I mean, you also want to look out for your spider webs. Man, a spider web is one of the most resilient things I've ever seen, man. I mean, you know how you knock that spider web off of you, and it seems like you can't get it off of you. It seems like it's on you all day. You know why? That's because silk is resilient, man. When I say silk is resilient, you can't burn silk. You can't break silk. You can move it and it just go on, or it'll fly off to something else and attach itself. But it's almost impossible to completely destroy a spider web. But there's plenty of those out here too. And as you know, spider webs tend to catch bugs, and so there'll be a lot of bugs trapped in that web that you might not want on you, or in your face or your mouth or whatever. See something traveling through this woods right here. Something is coming through these woods right here that's laid down too pretty. But you have to be aware of these type of things. You got to use all your senses. You got to use all your sense. Proper grammar. I mean, believe it or not, the sense of smell probably gonna be one of your greatest, because you can smell a wild hog. You can actually smell a yake. Cause I hate keep saying it when I'm going through this stuff, man. It's like I'm calling for it. So I'm laying up in here at night. So I'm definitely laying up in here at night. Something climbing this tree, this brush here, cause it's laid down for a reason, man. Try to ease through. Told y'all that shrub will catch you. So be careful. You will find yourself getting tripped. Something actually traveling through here quite frequently. Well, as I suggest things to you all, this is something that is very important. Like I said, if it ever come down to it, and we go back to a primitive way of living, a primitive style of living, this will become natural for you. You will have to go into the woods to capture food, whether it be wild animals. Okay, here's one. That right there is more than like a mole, squirrel, rabbit. It's pretty big. Probably a rabbit. Could be an armadillo, possum. Not likely a possum or a coon though. They Raccoons tend to just make brush. They tend to just pile brush like that over in there. That's probably cool. Because think about it, at night, like I said, they're going back up in the trees. They don't typically just live on the ground or in the ground. So you got ground moles, all that stuff too. Um, yeah. Now some of these trees been pushed down by the wind, and you can kind of tell those that kind of snap when it happened. And it snaps, you can tell the snap from the snaps that it just was pushed over real quickly and suddenly, opposed to something that was leaning over. And just leaning over, that means something just applied weight to it. Anyway, you have to get accustomed to this type of stuff. You know, when you're going over gutters like this, where you got a lot of leaves, man, that's an ideal spot for a rattlesnake. Be careful. I still can't think of that snake, man. They call it is it a Texas rattler? Anybody on here that familiar with rattlesnakes? I just call all of them rattlesnakes, but the one I'm speaking in reference to is brown. It's like a light brown in coloration. It can change like dark, a little darker and light brown, but it blends perfectly into like rock sediment like that, and leaves like the brown leaves. Before you know it, you've been walked up on it. The good thing about a rattler that actually has its rattlers on it, not all rattlesnakes have their rattlers. Some of them pilots don't have their rattlers, and they lose and share rattlers too. So, but the good thing about the ones with the rattlers, which all of them are dangerous and poisonous, but the good thing about the rattler is most of them have rattlers and they make noise. They alert you because they're blind, and they hear when they hear you, and that's why it's always good to keep you a stick or something of that nature, a hoe or something like that, which I keep me a hoe when I'm going on these trails. I keep a hoe or some kind of long stick, something long, probably as long as your body, so that you can get out of reach. Because believe it or not, when a rattlesnake or any snake perhaps coils up and it coils back, that thing can go probably twice the length of his body. That thing can spring forward probably twice the length of his body. So preferably you want to straighten him out before you actually try to take a swing on him. You want to try to get him straightened out or allow it to straighten itself out. Because when he coil back, if you don't get something or have a stick or something, or the nerves to get him to strike at something else and kind of straighten out before you whack him, you are at very much harm's risk, or in harm's way, I should say. But something definitely traveling through these woods regularly here, y'all. It's almost like a human walking path, but I don't think a human traveling through here at night. There's too many other ways that they can come in without having to go through all that. That's some kind of animal. Bear, wild hog, deer, pack of wild dogs, something like that. Anyway, just trying to give y'all some ideas of what it would be like. Because as y'all can see, these different weather systems that we are facing, we're seeing in Texas and Florida and North Carolina. A lot of people getting caught, quote unquote, with their drawers down. Because, you know, a lot of people just not accustomed to this type of stuff, man. They think that it's gonna always be paved roads and concrete everywhere. But ain't that many animals living in that. That's not a natural habitat for animals that you would need to be sustainable in a time when you couldn't get that stuff out of the supermarkets. I was telling y'all about how resilient spider webs are. That's just a spider web freely just hanging there. But it's because, man, not even the wind could destroy that. Y'all ever noticed that? You come back after a storm, man, that spider web then got thicker, bigger. Cause silk is powerful, man. We don't realize it, but it is. As thin as that stuff is, man. Think about it, it captures stuff. It captures bugs 3 and 4 times the size of the spider that made the web. Sometimes even more bigger. Yeah, it's something definitely traveling through here quite often. That's too cleared out. That's too cleared out. But yeah, use all of your sense. And like I said, believe it or not, the sense of smell It's gonna be one of your greatest friends out here. When you know what snakes smell like, or certain type of animals, wild hog, they have a stench, they have a scent to them that you know belongs to a wild hog or possibly a snake. Some people say the snake smell to them is like a watermelon. I say that too. I know this. I know what the sensation that it gives my nose like that watermelon does too. So they have like a dirty ground smell, and a lot of them they travel through streams and stuff like that, so that they can drink water. And of course, they on their belly all the time, so they everywhere they go, they dragging through dirt and mud, and a lot of this standing still water tends to have a rotten stench to it. So old Jake, he tend to smell like that. He tend to smell like that. You know how people smell like when you've been in the house, you done taken your bath, and if you clean and the house clean, and then somebody come in from outside, yeah, that outdoor smell, and we call it down here, we say you smell like outside. Yeah, that's what be happening. When you smell that snake, you kind of smell that old fresh, but not so fresh outdoor smell. Now, me personally, I ain't never been one to complain about that smell because, man, I live my life outdoors. I love that. I love the great outdoors. That's how I know that I'm a prime primordial being because, and I'm definitely celestial because I love the stars. I love nature. I love being in harmony with nature. I love being grounded. See, a lot of people don't even know that there are healing properties just in being in nature. You could take your shoes off, put your feet in the dirt, and man, you can feel your body regaining energy, especially when it's sunny like this. Put your feet in the dirt in the late afternoon like now, between 3 and 6, 7, 8, between 3 and the time that the sun sets completely, or first thing in the morning at sunrise to about 10, 9, 9, 10. And when I tell you, you can feel the energy channeling through your body, it's unreal, man. Anybody out there that know what I'm talking about, jump in the comment section. Let me know how you feel. Doy New England. I can't say your name. I'm sorry. I don't want to fudge it too much. So, hi, how you doing? I appreciate you joining us on the channel. It's a beautiful day, and I love each and every one of you all for joining me and supporting this page. If you will, any of you all that's still there, please hit the like button. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I've been taking you all through my journey of constructing my tiny home. It's a slow process. Actually, I just got off work off of my I just got off of the economical plantation, or I just got off the slave fields, and now I'm just doing my thing. It's a Friday, TGIF, but I have to use my funds from this low wage paying job to provide for myself and my children, and slowly work on our place of residence. But I'm thankful for it all. It's a beautiful journey, y'all. It's a beautiful journey. We've been living off grid for a while now, about 3 months. A lot of people question, like, man, how y'all do it? Woo, woo, woo. But honestly, as I think more about it, I'm happy for it because it's helping me to prepare my children mentally for things that a lot of people not even aware that's going to take place. Ashe Slay. Ashe Slay, hello. I see you. Doy, appreciate you stopping by as well, Doy. And anyone else that's decided to join us on this little nature walk. I just wanted to share a few tips with you all as to how to be safe, how to stay safe on these walks, man. Because I mean, yeah, it's one thing to be at one with nature, but you also gotta respect nature, and you gotta know the do's and the don'ts. So, just trying to give y'all a little helpful tips of things to look for, so that you won't stumble up on the wrong thing, something that you ain't necessarily looking for. If any of you all have any questions, please ask your questions now in the comment section, or you can go ahead if you watch this and rewatch, watch it later after the live. Go back and rewatch this, whatever. Feel free to jump in the comment section. Please ask me any questions. If you have any ideas, or if I said anything wrong, I'm not afraid to be wrong. I am a very accountable person. If it's something that I said wrong, or if it's something that you object to, let me know something. Let me know something. But also, if you have any pointers that you would like to share to the people here at the Determined Black Man State of Mind, to keep us in the know, so that we'll know if we ever have to get back to the like I said, the primitive way of living. Then we want to be prepared when we out here in these woods, man, because you ain't gonna find nothing to eat out there in the middle of no pavement, out there in the middle of no highway or no city streets. This is where you have to come, and possibly where you would have to live, like I said, because in the shade, as you can see, the sun is at probably its highest point right now. It's about 3 o'clock. If I was outside of these woods, I'd be sweating down. This much walking, this many clothes on, I'll be sweating down. But because I'm walking through the canopies of these wood lines, I'm cool. It's got a nice little breeze. Also, I wanted to show you all something about being at one or in atonement with nature. I'm gonna see if I can talk to this tree and tell this tree to get closer to my hand. Hey tree, how you doing? Can you get closer to my hand? Will you get closer to me? Get closer to my hand without me moving. Get closer to my hand. Just show the world. See, it's moving, right? It's probably going to go up and then come back down. But however you do, just get closer to my hand. Matter of fact, touch my hand. Without me moving my hand, touch my hand. Show the world what it's like to be an atonement that's at one with nature. Touch my hand. It's getting closer, y'all. Uh-oh, it's been a touch. I ain't gonna cheat. I'm gonna show you. Y'all looking? I'm not gonna cheat. Touch my hand. You beautiful plant. You beautiful living creature. Yeah, plants are living. You beautiful living creature. You know how beautiful it is, a plant, a tree? Without this, we could not live. We are codependent. They need us for CO2. We need them for oxygen. Touch my hand. Touch my hand. Touch my hand. You close. Come on. I'm going to give you 20 seconds. Touch my hand. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's getting closer. 4, 5, 6. Almost there. Almost there. 8. 9. I know I skipped over 7. I skipped it because I actually counted it without saying it out loud. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Come on, show the world. 16, 17. Almost. 18. Oh, man, I'm talking about. Look at that one right there. Almost. 19. 20. Oh, on 20, it touched my hand, y'all. I'm not playing. Look, it's moving by itself. My hand is not moving. I'm telling you, it's rubbing my hand now. My hand is not moving. I'm not playing. It just actually rubbed my hand, y'all. Y'all, did anybody else see that on this live? Hit the like button. If somebody else saw that tree, just come down and rub my hand. Hit the like button. Please hit the like button. I'm telling y'all, it is a beautiful thing to be at one with nature, man. You will find that out the more harmonious you become. And you do so by allowing nature to come from within you. See, I told y'all the other day about how important it is, how important the sun is. And the more melanated that you are, the more sun you need. So that you don't be vitamin D deficient, which most of us are, because a lot of us don't get enough sunlight. Pussy. Oh my goodness. Hope I don't get violated for saying that. Um, well, they gave them a page with that name. That's crazy. But hi, how you doing? Mm, I don't know if that's derogative or what, but anyway, wish you the best. Thank you for stopping by. Determined Black Man John Jay here, y'all. But anyway, your food, you know what I'm saying, goes within your body, right? So uh, it is imperative that we eat foods that are alive. You know, your greeneries, celeries, spinach, kale, uh, cilantro, cucumbers, green apples, green grapes. Um, and I'll tell you one that is it has a lot of beneficial factors to it. A lot of people overlook it. But this is a good rule of thumb when it comes down to your electrical foods that, because we're electrical beings, y'all. So we got to eat foods that provide us with the proper energies, not all this sugar and stuff like that and caffeine and all that. But we need natural forms of energy. So when you die, if you passed out and you had and they were trying to revive you, what are they gonna do? They're gonna shock you. They're gonna shock you to get your heart back started, right? Why? Because your heart has a pulse. We are electrical beings, y'all. We have electrical fields running through us. So in order for us to maintain that at its greatest and most sufficient way, we must eat foods that are electrified. And so one of the greatest superfoods that people overlook all the time are coconuts. Now here in Mississippi, of course, coconuts not just growing like that. So a lot of times you got to order those or you got to go to organic shops. But I'm just giving you a tip. Bananas do. Bananas grow here. High potassium. Uh, anyway, just want to share a few tips with you all. Anybody out there that's listening to the sound of my voice. Any of you all, please, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hate to sound like I'm begging y'all all the time, but y'all know what's going on out here. They not pushing things like this, stuff that's gonna help us sustain, things that's gonna help us prepare for the future. Y'all see all these floods, and all these these wildfires that's taking place all across the land. I'm talking about all across the earth. But here in the United States, man, we really taking it on because, as they call it, Babylon, the new Babylon, man, it's got a lot of blood on his hands. So as we've been speaking about in a lot of the other videos, Mother Nature's mad and things are starting to get corrected and things are going to shift and change hands. We're going through one of the greatest shifts that we'll ever see. And so in that being said, it's not going to be an easy journey. But the Most High God that I serve will take these storms and push them in a whole different direction so that they can do another. Now, I feel like a lot of these things they're doing to manipulate the weather are purposes concerning foods and so that they can control the food. Because whoever controls the food, just think about it, whoever controls your source of food, they basically control the world. So if I can manipulate the weather so that your food sources don't grow properly, or I can put things in the air that will contaminate your food sources, possibly put some type of metallic material in the air that can get inside of, you or me, then they can also possibly program us to do whatever it is that they want us to do as well. It's a lot of stuff going on, man. I tell y'all, as 2 Timothy said, study to show thyself approved. Each and every one of us should never take another man's word for nothing. Go study and see what you find. Oh, seek and you shall find. I'm gonna get back to the business, y'all. I love y'all, man. I really do. I really do. And that's why I do this. I do this for my people, man. You know, all you prime primordial beings, all you non-ether beings, all you esoteric celestial beings, all of you all that just show love to the universe, and all of you all that know what time it is, all of you all that's waking up to the time that's in front of us. I do it for y'all. I do it for us because I love my people, man. And I know that it's only a select few of us out here. See, the mass majority of people are like sheep. They follow the other people right into the pits of hell, right into the pits, right uh, into destruction. And some people are comfortable with that until it happens. But some people aren't like me and you. They don't have the empathy, the sympathy, the care, the love. So it doesn't bother them or affect them the same. You still got uh you still got bloodlines from those fallen angels. Think about that. Some of those bloodlines are still here. And so some of the people that you encounter, especially the ones, the lighter skinned ones that don't show any love and care, it's because their pineal gland can't tap in the way that ours can because it's ours. But that's another story for another day. So if you ain't heard it or you don't know anything about it, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna keep going up from here. Ain't nothing gonna stop us now. Nothing. I made my mind up. The God that's within me will shine and will be seen and heard, because it's all about making my people aware, sharing the love and providing the hope, but also allowing us to find ourselves and allowing the God that's within us to shine outside so that those that may not be able to see can see. Let's give hope to the hopeless, love to the loveless. None of us are above this. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you hadn't already subscribed. And show whatever type of love you prefer. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be through monetary donation, super thanks, super chat. Uh, I got other pay methods you can look in the bio. Your donation or whatever contribution you make would be gladly appreciated. I ain't gonna lie. It's hard getting this stuff off the ground, y'all. Nobody want to support you in your beginning stages. But one thing about me, this really just the beginning. Even though we're about 3 years in to actually using this page, it's just the beginning. We ain't even touched the skim of where we're going. But like I say, I'm on this corporate plantation right now. I'm about to get back in. I'm on a little break. I've been on an hour-long break. I wish y'all the best, man. Wish everybody stay up, stay humble. I'm about to get off in a little bit. I'm gonna pick up my children. I think we may go out by the football field so we can go to the little jamboree game they got tonight. One of my nephews playing, and I got about 4 or 5 little cousins that's on the team, and two of my classmates' children, and a couple of other people that I'm friends or cool with, I should say, or they children that I know. So got a team full of people that we familiar with. Now, my son, he loves football. He's only 6, he'll be 7 next month. But I'm not allowing him to play Pee Wee football yet. Matter of fact, he probably won't even get a chance to play Pee Wee because, like I say, I study, man. I research CTE, and I see the damaging effects of it on the brain. And one thing I have instituted in my son already, and he'll tell you, if he was here to tell you, our number one rule of protection is to protect our heads at all times. You know what I'm saying, like the boxing rule. Protect yourself at all times. I teach him to protect his head at all times. So your head is one of the most vital organs on your body. Don't let nothing destroy your mind or your head. Don't let nothing tamper with your brain. And so, he said, well, what about basketball? What about baseball? What about this and what about that? I said, well, those are cool because you're not making contact every single play as though you would in football. Well, you could get hit with the ball. I said, yeah, that's if. The chance of that happening are far less regular than playing football where you getting hit, shoulders and head every single play. So I'm not gonna allow him to play until he's at least 11, maybe even 12, because I need his cerebellum to be fully intact and protecting that brain from the skull. Without that, it'd be just like a swimmer hitting his head at the bottom of the pool. You know, if you love your child the way I love my children, and you're gonna take whatever preventative measures and protective measures you can to protect them. I love mine, y'all. That's why I'm taking my time and I'm sacrificing my time and effort to raise them. Even though I'm having to do it alone, it's hard. It ain't easy at all, man. I know. I feel the pain of single parent mothers. Um, I hadn't had both of my young children that long. I just had my son since like January. He stayed with me regularly before, but now it's a full time thing. But I've had my little girl about going on 2 months now. And man, I ain't gonna lie to you, it's a task for to raise these small children these days, especially. I mean, they got smart mouths, they got all these demands and requirements. You got to keep their pads and phones charged up. It's just one thing I really don't push until at night. I allow them to do it when we can't be outdoors, but for the most part throughout the day, I got mine trained. We outdoors. We swimming, we running, we going on nature trails and walks. Um, I fix big gallon jugs of Kool-Aid, lemonade. We sit out and chill out on the tent, uh, eat watermelon. We find ways to have fun. And for the most part, they like the water, man. So I set up the pool, what you call the thing with the sprinkling water go all around and all that. We do that. The splash pad, the water slide. You know, we ride bikes. We ride dirt bike, jump on trampoline. There's all type of things to be active. I'm not one of these pushing the games system into my children's hands at all. I hate that. I wasn't like that, and I damn sure don't want my children to be like that. I had one game console my whole life when I was a child. That was Nintendo, the first Nintendo. My mom done bought it for Christmas. I want to say my tenth Christmas. No longer celebrate Christmas, but so that y'all can relate to the time frame and date. Anyway, I see we still got a few people on here, and I really, really, really appreciate y'all, man. Um, if y'all have anything to say, please go ahead and say it. Give y'all about 2 more minutes before I get out of here. I see we got another like as well. Hey, I appreciate that. Hey, sometimes you need that for encouraging purposes, man. We need to be encouraged, and it's good for us to encourage one another so that they can give you the strength to keep on going, especially when you're doing something right or you're saying things to help uh, provide help and encouragement to others, man. Because this world is wicked, man. Nobody really care anymore. Nobody shows any love, real love, genuine love anymore, which will push you into a corner. It'll isolate you. It make you feel like it just ain't nobody out here that's right. Nobody out here gonna do good by me. Anyway, once again, I love y'all. Y'all stay up, stay humble. Y'all stay good. Don't let nobody steal your joy. Don't let nobody come in between you and your peace. And I mean, when I say peace, I mean true peace. A lot of y'all go out here and y'all do a lot of F stuff to people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are very effed up. Y'all do a lot of effed up things to people. But then, in retrospect or on the back end, when things, when that karma comes back to you, you want to cry and play victim. That's not cool. Y'all need to stop projecting yourselves off on other people. Stop trying to make people believe things about other people because you are not ready to match their energy. And stop that. You can't match their energy, so you're going to go out here and try to destroy their character or bring them down a notch, dim them, as I said the other day. We got to stop dealing with people that we got to dim our lights to make them feel comfortable. No, 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 no. I'm doing something bigger and better now. I'm matching energy. I'm dealing with people that's that's dealing on my level. People that want to hear this type of stuff. People that are interested in this type of stuff. I'm not forcing this stuff down nobody's throat. So I tell you once, but if I hear too many hums, I'll get back. I'll tell you, all right, I'll talk to you later. Because I know somebody that's interested, they're not gonna have all those hums, and I gotta go back and repeat myself 5, 6, 7, 8 times. When somebody really, it's just like when somebody really love you, you ain't gotta tell them how to love on you. Sometimes you might have to show them things that you appreciate and things that you don't, but you ain't gotta tell nobody how to love them because you, a person that truly loves you, you can feel it and you can see it in their actions. They're gonna call you initially to see and check and see if you need something to eat. They're gonna be offering more than they always ask. They're gonna be protective of your name. They hear people out here talking about you, saying things about you that they shouldn't. They're gonna speak up against it. They're gonna speak out for you. Real friends, real love. Yeah. Anyway, about to get on down, y'all. And once again, if you're watching this in the rewatch, be sure to hit the like button. Not only that, if you ain't subscribed to the channel, make sure you Determined Black Man, John J. Yeah, I know we ain't black, but we so-called black. So I use that because that's something that we all relate to. But if you come on in, then you'll learn that I've already learned the truth, and I provide you with that truth. But I still have to speak in terms that are relatable. And that's why I still use the black. A determined black man, John J. Yes. So almost 47 minutes in now. We're about to end this live at 47. And as usual, I'm gonna wish y'all the best. Hope y'all stay up. One.